and we are legislating things going on, and we're legislating things, and now instead of sending the children to the principal's office, we're sending them to criminal court. We're taking children, they're going to be criminals now. So I want to encourage you to vote for this amendment. What we did last year was wrong, and it is not right for us to legislate on everything, especially when it comes to bullying. Sometimes you just need to work it out. And there's people in this room right here at one time in their life were a bully, but you didn't grow up to be a bad person. You might have had to get your head knocked around a time or two, get sent to the principal, get your hiney busted. That's what we should do. Allow corporal punishment. But my goodness, we don't want to make criminals out of children. And what we did last year was wrong, and the best way to fix what we did wrong is to strip it and take it out of the code. And that will fix it, and we don't have to worry about making children criminals. Thank you, Mr. Sponsor of the amendment, and I wish you would vote with us on this, and let's just do away with what we did wrong.
That's my guest, Representative Jeremy Faison out of Tennessee. He's the representative of the District 11 there in Tennessee. Representative Faison, that makes so much sense to me. I'm surprised. Well, not surprised. Why do you think they voted against your bill and voted for the one that would cause children to become criminals?
Well, Jesse, this is an extremely emotionally packed topic, as we have found out.
Yes.
And I think there's people, good people, on both sides of this issue, and they feel very passionately that we've got to do something to stop this bullying. And they feel like legislating it is going to work, and I have great respect for the guy who brought this bill. He's a good friend of mine, and he believes strongly in it. I just happen to disagree with him. There was 14 of us who voted against this bill. We voted against it last year. We voted against it this year too. Unfortunately, there's what's not unfortunately. They think it's fortunately. They believe that legislating things like this is the best way to go. And
it doesn't stop anything. It's only, as you said, create criminals, because the only way that we're going to, if bullying is as bad as they're pretending that it is, as you said, we need to rebuild the families. Fathers and mothers need to guide their children in the right way to go. And these laws doesn't stop that. We got to go back to the family.
Yes, sir. I agree 100% with you, Jesse. And let me go on record saying I'm a father of a foster child, and I end up adopting him. And I'd like to give a shout-out for any parent who's ever fostered a child who came from a bad situation or adopted a child from a bad situation. And I've had people call and say, well, how about, my child was foster, or I adopted my child, and they lived through all that stuff. Listen, I understand there's multiple reasons a child would bully and multiple reasons a child would get depressed. But my whole intent was to say, listen, the family does have some responsibility. The family can't fix everything. I know some people who are great parents, wonderful parents, and two of their children turned out good. One of them turned out bad. I'm not saying that's the parent's fault. There's some people that are born that are just troubled. But I would say a high majority of our problems in America is that our family is being torn apart.
Yeah, I agree. Do you regret making those statements?
I regret saying that people don't commit suicide because of bullying. I'm in no way, shape, or form a professional on that, and I had no business saying why a person commits suicide or why they don't commit suicide. I regret saying that. I shouldn't have said it. If I could go back in time, I would say we need to focus our attention at home and training our children. And I would like to say we need the parents of the bullies. They need to be reined in.
Yeah.
And parents need to be keenly aware of their children if they're bullies or if they're being bullied. And they need to get up along beside of them. They need to get involved with their schools. They need to get involved with the teachers. Listen, we've made the teachers do everything. Our education system and our local public school system is struggling because we have made the teachers now become the doctor, the dentist, the mama, the daddy, the educator, the personal hygienist. We put all this pressure on the teacher, and I feel like they're overwhelmed. They can't do it all.
Yeah.
So, my whole point was let's get the parents involved. Let's bring them and add personal accountability to the parents. Get them involved with the classroom.
We have a few minutes left here. Are you up for re-election right now?
I am, yes, sir. I have a primary in August.
What can we have a lot of folks listening on our affiliate down there in Tennessee. What can they do to help you?
Well, well, first of all, obviously, Jesse, you've been around with politics. It takes a lot of money to run a campaign.
Yes.
And I do have a primary opponent who's using this against me and a Democrat opponent. So obviously money is an issue. But then the social media, I've been nailed in Twitter and Facebook. And if people just got on and realized, this isn't what he's trying to do is keep our children from being criminalized and bring personal accountability to parents of bullies.
Yeah.
Social media is a great help. If people could encourage us with that, and if they could send money, that would be an answered prayer.
What's your website?
Well, you can just find me on Facebook, Jeremy Faison, on Facebook. I do have a website. I have not been able to get to it to update it.
Oh, okay.
It's jeremyfaison.com.
What are your chances? How does it look for you right now as far as re-election concerned?
Oh, Jesse, I feel good. I've worked hard. I've done a lot of good stuff for my community. I was able to save a huge plant. It's not all about bringing jobs. Sometimes it's about saving jobs. And I feel like I've really connected to my people and represented my community well. Now, I'm running like I'm behind. I would never take it for granted.
Right.
And I'm going to run like I'm 20 points behind. But I feel good, and I feel the people, when they go to the ballot box, are going to say, you know what, Jeremy did work hard. He kept us informed with everything that was going on in Nashville, and he did the people's bidding here at home. So, yeah, I feel good about it.
That's Jeremy Faison, Faison.com. And folks, you can go there and make a donation and volunteer too, right? You need volunteers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I wish you lived in California and a part of the legislative here. We need more men of courage such as you have. And again, I saw the video and I didn't see anything wrong with what you said. You spoke the truth. And I knew you were, come under pressure from speaking the truth, but you got to stand with truth because that's what made this country so great.
Well, the truth is we need to really focus our attention at home and building families. And families are being torn apart, and I want to see families doing good. I hate to see divorce. I want to see us have a strong family base will build a strong country base. I believe that with all my heart.
I think anybody with common sense would agree to that. It's the family. I saw the black Americans fall apart once they destroyed the family. They took the fathers out of the homes. The government became the daddy of the family, and the corrupt black leaders became the head of the folks. It's been downhill ever since then. So we've been trying for 22 years to rebuild the family, put fathers and mothers back together.
Jesse, thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for being a voice for true, conservatism. Yes,
sir. We're going to have you back on, and I wish you well, and I want the folks to go to Jeremy Faison, Faison.com, and donate to your campaign there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. God bless y'all.
You too. 888-7753-773.
This has been the Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show, produced by Bond Action. To access the full version of this show, visit us on the web at bondaction.org.